Imagine going from hero to traitor all while you're stuck in a Russian POW camp. We're talking about Francis Gary Powers tonight on American Loser.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
On the edge they take the throne, built on bones of those unknown. Counted first, never last, still erased from the past. I am an American loser. No one remembers my name. No legacy and no future. One step behind in the game.
All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of American Loser. We're here in our Gas Digital era, of course, with the Gas Digital studio. So, of course, with us, as always, the Dominator over there behind the ones and twos. How you living, Dom?
I'm good. How are you, KP?
I'm good. We missed you. I'm happy you're back now, and it's, I'm just glad that those... I'll tell you what, I'm grateful for a lot of things this holiday season, but you getting acquitted is top 5. So, also real quick, Mr. Jorge in the building yet again. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Of course. After my amazing witness witness thing for my guy Dom over here to get him free of those charges.
Yeah, character witness, and then also he's here at Gas Digital as part of a work kind of release program, something similar to that lines. But also we have Paco's in the building tonight. I know he's going to be off my. Oh, Paco is here. How are you, pal?
I'm doing all right. A little nervous.
You shouldn't be nervous, okay? Because we have Paco, Jorge here, Dom, which by the way is short for Dominican. So I have an all Spanish lineup here helping me make things happen. Very important to me, all right? And we're bringing the diversity here again. I got 2 of my dear friends, okay? Now, Loser devotees will actually know these guys. But we also had the very weird, we have the lost episode of American Loser.
We do.
Which was recorded at another studio, and we were not able to... Someday I'll be able to pull everything for it, but wires got crossed here. But back in the building again is my man Eric Albert. Welcome back to the show.
What's
buddy.
happening, guys? How we doing?
You are you have no idea how many times your fingerprints are actually all over this show because you accidentally send me a text at 2 a.m. that sends me down a rabbit hole that makes me record an entire hour's worth of material based off of it.
I know weird shit.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And, of course, my boy, one of my favorite dudes that I work with in comedy, Monty Mason. Thanks for being here, pal.
What's up, KP? In the house. Thanks for having me.
No, dude, we did that one podcast. I was like, all right, this is the exact vibe I'm looking for. 2 of my good friends. We all bounce off each other well. We know some of the same weird shit, and this should work pretty flawlessly. And Eric Albert, who has what we refer to as weaponized autism, folks.
A little bit.
Yeah, he uses it for good. He's about one tall boy deep right now. We're going to see how far he can get on this one.
I'll be fine.
You actually are the guy that sent me this topic. So if you guys don't know about the show, what we do here on American Loser, each week I tell a weird, messed up story from American history that you probably should know because they're way too interesting. But this stuff's never going to get taught to you in school, so come on and hang out with us a little bit here. This seems like a pretty easy story to tell. And you guys know the vibe. It's a barroom hang. We're just shooting this shit. Jump in whenever. On paper, you read like the little top blurb on Wikipedia, and you're like, all right, cool, I kind of get this guy, whatever, hero pilot, and then you read the rest of it, and you're like, I feel different.
You're not a Wikipedia person who always checks early life first?
I did find out recently one of the... Instagram can be a wild place. TikTok is actually a little bit more adult in the way that they handle that stuff, but Instagram is... every now and then you'll go down a wormhole and you're like, I think I'm in 1935 Berlin right now. So, it gets a little nerve-wracking.
A little rough.
A little rough for you. Okay.
Dude, it scares me too, because then every now and then you'll see, I'm like, all right, dude, that's an insane thing to post on Instagram. Why are we doing this particular thing here? And then I'll look down and I'll be like, oh, 3 old coworkers from excavation liked this post. Like, guys, you don't have to sign it. I see it and I feel uncomfortable. You're signing your name on it like the Declaration of Independence. But
that's a scroll, not a like.
Well said, sir. That is my policy for wildly inappropriate things, whether they be ideas or Brooklyn Chase's Instagram posts. But this story seems like it's going to be an easy one to tell. In short, an American pilot will get shot down during the Cold War and is eventually returned home as a hero.
As they do.
But the story of Francis Gary Powers is going to take quite a few high-speed turns, foreshadowing aside. This one jumped out at us as being a little bit odd. So speaking of odds, by the way, guys, I do have questions for you throughout.
We're gambling?
A little. Well, if you were a gambling man, these are the betting odds on how this would happen. What would you think, by the way, Monty, for the odds of being in a plane crash? They're very rare. I'll put it that
rare.
way.
I would say 1 in 250,000.
It's higher than that.
It's I feel like this is where that spectrum
I run a
thing's going to
death
come
pool,
out.
dude. I've been running a death pool for 16 years, longer than Stanhope has.
I want you to actually plug the death pool here later because it's a sick thing, but there's a tiny part of me whenever like a celebrity dies, I'm like, I hope my friend Eric made money.
No. Not yesterday.
No, nobody saw that one coming. But the odds, by the way, of dying in a plane crash are 1 in 11 million.
Yeah.
1 in 11 million. Pretty safe.
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
pretty safe.
The odds of being in 2 plane crashes in one lifetime is 1 in a trillion.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair survived 2 of them, right?
Woo!
Yeah, there's another guy, too, that I guess he's a TikToker or something that tells his story about surviving 2 of them. But our boy, Francis Gary Powers, is one of the ones in the 1 trillion. So, yeah, he's got a couple incidents here.
Well, I mean, when you go to helicopter, it gets a little different.
Yeah, that turns into...
The odds are different. It's like betting
has
on the
to be.
WNBA versus betting on the NBA.
Yeah, it changes things because, well, I mean, WNBA versus NBA, your over-unders are, I mean, it gets a little bit intense over there.
So you're telling me a helicopter is Caitlin?
That's Caitlin Clark.
It's Caitlin Clark.
And what's her name? Paige, whatever that girl's name
Vickers.
is. Or Sophie. Yeah, Sophie Cham. That's the one that's always popping up my Instagram.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah,
Knowing
it's
your WNBA people.
Sophie Cunningham. That's her name. And I don't know why she pops up in the Carly handles all my social media for me. Carly's my girlfriend. If you guys don't know, a lot of you guys troll her in the comment section, and she deserves it. But yeah, she once told me, she's like, it's all blonde sports reporters in your news feed, and I was like, I don't. Sometimes it's about World War II too. You know,
No
what I mean?
Monica McNutt?
I don't even know what that is.
She does the Knicks.
That's a problem. I
And
don't
has a
watch the
great
Knicks.
name.
Yeah,
It's the
her
McNutt
name made me
name.
think she was going to be one of those other kind of content creators.
Right?
Yeah.
It does skew back of the internet.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you're like, all right, I'm sure blurred images.
I've definitely sent you a text message about how I hate certain people commenting on sports, and she was the source of it.
Oh, understood.
Yeah.
Now you got to be careful too, because I used to have a bit about a adult actress, an adult film actress, if you will. I used to make fun of her Twitter all the time, and it was like 3 or 4 of the jokes that I wrote about making fun of her Twitter wound up on my first album, Escape from Jacksonville, and I got great bits out of them. I got a lot of comics were telling me, dude, that's one of the, your closer's amazing. It's, it's fantastic. And then without giving it away, let's just say that person now got into the comedy world and is doing better than me. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, when you've already got a built-in audience of simps that are willing to just follow whatever you do,
100%.
and then you don't have a vagina, it makes it very difficult.
No, it's, there's a gap I have to bridge on that one. It's not going so good.
It involves a little bit of tucking.
That's by the way, I still maintain funniest drag queen name I could come up with if I was to ever do drag.
Richard Tucker.
Tucker Carlson.
That's not bad.
That would have been my move on that one. That or Iran Contra, and I was going to be a conservative drag queen.
Do you come out in the burqa and then take it off?
Well, it's close. What I do is I would actually just show up. It's as a conservative drag queen, I was going to go to children's schools, but I read them, but I only read Ronald Reagan's biography.
From right to left.
Reading backwards.
Well, I'll tell you what, and this is why I love the show, because we get to go down these weird diatribes here, but about our boy, Francis Gary Powers.
Yes.
And you guys are both, about the topic too. Just again, I love that. Some people like to come in blind. You guys are already in on it.
I asked Monty if he came in blind. I was like, it would have been so good if Monty did, because we could have Scooby-Dooed it the whole way.
Oh, absolutely. Scooby doing it is still an option here, because the story takes a few too many left-hand turns.
Yeah, this is true.
But to just give you the background on our boy over here, he has 2 incidents in which he's going to be involved in a helicopter crash and an airplane crash. We'll get into the specifics on that in a second, but the first incident, it's going to take place in 1960, but I want to just explain Mr. Powers before we walk into what is probably considered the worst 2 years of his life. Powers is born in 1929 in Kentucky. His father is a coal miner. He hoped his son would become a doctor. Eric's busting out notes. This is why I love this dude. My father, he shuffles his papers during the episode too, and then, every now and then I'll just have another guest who's a comic, and they're like, they keep checking. They're like, I feel like I'm supposed to be at a spot in New York Comedy Club in 10 minutes. But here's what happens to our boy Francis Gary Powers. He gets a chance to fly in a small airplane at a state fair, and this lifelong obsession with flying takes place. So I'll probably, I hate that I'm asking it, when did you guys find whatever your passion was going to be in life?
I'm still looking for
You're
it.
still, it's coming. Yeah. It's coming, buddy. It's because I know for me, I was sat there and I was like, oh, I'm going to be. In my head, I was convinced I was going to be a carpenter, and then I realized one day I was like, I fucking suck at this. I'm not good at it. I have no business doing this, but I'm funny on job sites. That's what kept me in all the blue-collar jobs I ever had.
Yeah, you need the funny dude.
Something jumping out at you, though, Monty?
Yeah, I was, so when I was a kid, I was in a play, but it was like a Christmas play.
Right on.
And you know they give you one line. So I was, they made up a part. I was Father Monty, and I had my sisters with me, a twin sister, and she was Sister Mary Sherry. And I know, it's perfect casting. So I walk up, I had like a little crown on, like I was a priest, and then I wanted to do something funny, so I did this, and everyone laughed, and I was like, ooh.
That feels good.
That feels good.
Yep. If I didn't, if my 8th grade English teacher didn't let me roast her, I probably would have been an NYPD officer. So thank you, Mrs. Razor, for helping me avoid that career. I would have been a terrible cop. Here's where it got weird. He does try. Yeah, I'd be like 10, 15 years in at this point, too. I'm pretty grateful.
I could have used you a couple years back. Like, oh, KP pulled me over. Fantastic.
He's a lawyer, too.
Getting out of this one.
Yeah, there's moves. That's why I always keep a Big Rich McDonald in your back pocket. You know what I mean?
Big Rich.
Big Rich. Love Big Rich.
Now, our boy, Mr. Powers, does try to go pre-med at first. He's trying to make his dad's dream come true. His dad's a coal miner. He just wants better for his kids. I don't want you to be a coal miner. Go be a doctor. But
have clean lungs.
Go become a doctor. Figure out how I'm going to learn how to breathe.
Black lung.
Yeah.
Figure out how my mesothelioma works. It's not even a word yet. It's 1929.
I feel like there's a pill I could take that would help me make the pain
I got
go away.
black lung.
No money in black lung in 1935.
No.
It wasn't quite. Industry booming from.
It was
previous
pre-segregation.
industry.
Black lung. You said that. They were like, nope, that's bad. We don't like that.
Man. That's Jim Crow lung.
That was my favorite line. Monty before the show just goes, he's like, I knew Jim Crow.
He did. You didn't know. Monty's 97 years old.
200. I used to dap up Jim Crow.
That's
back when he was just Jim. Jimmy C.
James Crow.
Jimmy C. Back when he was cool. Then he got into those Reddit chat rooms and radicalized him.
Fired away.
Well, our boy, Mr. Powers, is eventually going to switch majors, gets his Bachelor of Science from Milligan University. Something I like to do is check out notable alumni of the various institutions our losers have attended. Mm-hmm. Maybe find notable people from their hometown. Mr. Powers is 0 for 2. There is no one interesting that went to Milligan University. If you're watching this from Milligan University, you're probably the most interesting person that went there aside from our boy. He graduates in 1950. Shortly after this, he will join the new United States Air Force. I don't know if you guys knew this. The Air Force is the newest branch of the military in a few ways. So prior to 1947, there was no Air Force. Pilots were either Navy pilots. I think there were a couple Marine pilots. And then you had, obviously, the Air Corps of the Army.
Yes.
So that is what I think Ben Affleck was in Pearl Harbor. So, yeah, that was a trippy one there. Now, Powers will join up just in time to fight in the Korean War, which, according to some, is still considered a military action.
That's a police action.
Yeah, police action, military. They don't want.
I watched MASH.
Yeah, all the names that we don't allow ourselves to call a war directly.
Yeah, it's not
a police
war.
action.
It's a police action.
That's right. Alan Ald is here helping out with a police action.
Cuff you up and beat you, throw you in the jail. It's just completely peaceful.
You leave BJ Honeycutt out of this.
Yeah, patty wagons versus patty rice patties essentially. But All this winds up. The trouble is this: the war will actually end. I didn't realize this. I think it's only about 3 years for Korea.
How many seasons was MASH?
Way longer than the war itself.
Right. I think it was it double?
It's double. It's
It wouldn't
like
show up.
11
I don't
years or
think
something.
I don't think it's double.
When you got a hit on your hands, though, you don't mess around with that.
No,
you start
no,
fudging
You
timelines
start
real
fudging
quick.
Exactly. Like this podcast has been running for 8 years.
It's crazy because I think it's been recorded for 8 years, and then somehow or other it's longer because I would take that year sabbatical or whatever. I
Fudge
feel
it.
like Jorge has something.
Fudge it.
So it went on for 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's
how long
3
did the-
times longer than the
in the
Korean
war.
War.
How long did the Korean police action last?
I think it was 3 years, buddy.
3 years?
1950 to 1953, I want to say. Ironically, I'm a great history story person, but dates,
The dates?
befuddle me.
No, I get you.
You don't have the autism.
You
It
don't
went
have
on-
the tism with the rhythm?
You
went on-
rism with the tism. That's what you do.
For 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days from 1950 to 1953.
Damn, Jorge. That was fantastic, sir. Thank you, buddy. I feel good about that. So he does avoid fighting in the Korean War, but now he's involved in this little thing called the Cold War, fellas. I saw a bumper sticker recently that said Cold War veteran, and I couldn't tell if it was a joke or not.
That's got to be a joke.
Just like I couldn't picture them sitting there like, you know how many guys we lost out there?
I don't know.
In theory.
In theory.
Maybe he was a spy
Well,
and he's outing himself via bumper sticker.
oh, that was a tricky one, man. Yeah, that's also if you're a Cold War spy, I think there's certain vehicles you're not allowed to drive. You know
Was he
what I mean?
trying to Prius?
You can't drive
can't-
a Volkswagen.
Can't have a Kia. That's not going to fly.
Can't.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, they-
Volkswagen.
yeah, we go to war with Korea, and then they start making really great cars, and they call it Killed in Actions. It's kind of
You drive a Kia
offensive to me.
Soul.
Yeah.
I do drive a Kia Soul. I wonder who I bought it from, Eric.
I did sell that to you.
But our boy joins up. He's a photo lab technician, but his goal is going to be flight training. That's what he wants to get involved with. His dream of being a pilot still preeminent. He's able to become a pilot for the Air Force. He will pilot numerous crafts, but worth mentioning is the F-84 Thunderjet, which Carly's going to pull up a picture for that in post. Powers was trained in, by the way, this is a trippy job. Part of his training was they were teaching him how to drop nuclear bombs. That's how close to the brink of the edge we actually were in the Cold War. Because we just laughed about the Cold War, but this was, if you had knowledge on the inside, you're like, it could all end at any moment.
That's nice.
Oh, like right now?
Yeah.
How many people do you need to train to drop the bomb?
I mean, they wanted to have contingencies. I know that. They,
Yeah.
they weren't really trusting the Enola Gay once we went nuclear from Adam, right?
Teddy, it's your first day. What you gonna need to do? Drop that bomb. We're gonna have it. This is Jorge. Jorge, I tell you, drop the bombs. It's like Funkmaster Flex.
Dude, it would be great, by the way. I was thinking about this, what the modern bombs would be called. You know, because they went with, but if there would be, I guarantee you a bomb has been dropped in the Middle East that says Wu-Tang is forever.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet.
Thousands. No. It said Wu-Tang is for the children.
It used to be Death from Above. Now it's like
Yeah, Death from Above, and then a plane
Fat
painted.
man, little boy.
Batman, Little Boy.
You know?
That was the two famous ones, of
The
course.
two famous ones.
You know,
yeah,
but do you
100%.
recall the most famous?
Wu-Tang is for the children.
The bomb for.
So our boy, he winds up. This is part of his training here. He gets himself a promotion. He becomes, obviously, he's an officer. You're going to be an officer if you're going to be flying like that. He's a first lieutenant, and he will also marry his wife Barbara in 1955.
Good old Barbara.
Which is pretty solid military service for our boy Frank Powers.
And the year that Back to the Future happened.
1955.
Yes.
That's
Gotta go back.
now his many accomplishments are interesting because he realizes that he messes up. You know, when you did you guys ever age out of something and you didn't know it until it was too late?
Yeah.
Aged out of everything.
You're not. First of
I'm
all,
staring
you
at the
in
booze.
particular are not, buddy. There's no doubt about it.
I'm staring at the booze I'm drinking. I'm like, yeah, I kind of aged out of that.
I've aged out of the clubs.
The clubs, I get that one. For me, I think it was. I remember like reading like what age they would take me back in the military if I was like, "Yo, comedy didn't work out, guys. What? All right, I tried. Let me come back in." And they're like, "Yeah, dude, you're too old now.
Too old.
You're too
yeah,
old."
yeah.
And then the one time I wasn't too old, the next question the guy had was, he goes, "Oh, actually, we can get you in with vouchers." And the next question was, "How much do you weigh?" And I was like, "All right, this is not going. I'm not done. I'm
You're
cooked."
too old. You're too heavy. Chubby.
Well, I can't, it's a tough all right, like 26 is not old for anybody, but that is a lot of professional athletes' careers end then, a lot of adult film actresses' careers end then. But our boy at age 26 finds out that when he's going to get out of the Air Force, he's actually aged out of commercial pilot training. So his dream of becoming a regular commercial airline pilot is toast.
Damn.
So now that dream has come to an end. But as Eric Albert knows, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
This is true.
Especially when the next phone call you get is a job offer from the CIA.
You know, they haven't called me to be the new Black Lightning. I would.
I feel like, you know what the problem is? Idris Elba's just stealing everybody's thunder right now.
I know.
Right? Here's what I don't like. Monty's American, okay? Idris Elba doesn't need to be playing Americans anymore. Monty's right here, folks.
I can be Idris almost.
Here's the thing. You don't have an albino black guy to fight. If you knew one, you'd be the new Black Lightning.
We could find. I'll tell you what. It's a big enough world.
I mean, we live close enough
Gotta
to
be an
Melbourne,
albino
New
black man
York.
in Brooklyn or something. The Jackson Whites. What do they got? Come on, man.
Yeah, just
My bad.
So technically, Monty just said an ethnic slur. I don't know if you guys
Really?
He did.
I can't be racist. I'm black,
I
guys.
turned away from the mic
Quickly.
I was like,
Quickly, guys. This is. I'm
it's
gonna
a
get
very,
canceled.
it's a very niche ethnic slur. that
Is
you
it? That's
dropped.
like.
It's regional. I'll
It's
put it that way.
regional?
It's
Yes,
regional.
it is.
But yeah, the group he just mentioned casually was, let's just say that they're the problematic people, as made famous by the movie Out of the Furnace, starring Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there with the Ramapo Mountain Indian people. Okay, if you are a member of that tribe of people, go ahead and comment to me, and I will let you know where Monty
name is
lives.
Monty Mason.
It's-
I have to do that because my name is Mason. And listen, I like an apology. I'm not apologizing. I know what I was doing. I'm African American. We're not. The CIA
He's
is gonna
plugged
call.
in too, folks. By the way,
He's
if
a
you told him,
33rd degree Mason.
I was gonna say, if you said his name was Monty Freemason, he'd get the phone call from him already.
We're like, you are no longer free.
Well, Powers winds up joining up he will leave the Air Force rather and joins up official with the Central. We broke Eric. I love it. The CIA does become his new employer. 1956. He's involved with the agency's program known as the U2 Project, which is not to be confused. It is the derivative of the name of Bono and the boys from Ireland's band. But yeah, it's not the band from Ireland. It is the Ultra High Altitude Spy and Recon Planes.
Now,
that-
quick thing on YouTube.
Of course.
Does anyone actually like U2? I've never heard anyone.
You're talking
be like,
right now.
Yeah, like even when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna release everything," and
80s to 2000.
no one was like, "Yo, put on that U2 track."
No, once they tried giving us a free
was-
album, we turned
Yeah,
it on.
that
It
killed-
was
that
like
killed it for me.
it's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You have to pretend you like it because the people who do are going to be way more pissed off that you don't.
Okay, small theory. You're afraid of people who do the Rocky Horror Picture Show, or are you
No,
afraid of...
no. I'm afraid of getting into a conversation about how I'm not a fan of the thing
U2.
they love.
Yeah, you're like, listen, guys, I like transvestites and everything, and I'm a big Tim Curry fan.
Curry's
I just
great.
don't love when you combine the two of them. So
and dancing and singing?
it's I remember trying to watch
I've
that
met
movie.
Barry
I could never do
Bostwick.
it.
He's cool.
Yeah, I get it.
He looks like Kevin Nash now.
I had sisters. They forced me to watch Grease and Little House on the Prairie.
Oh man, yeah, dude, you're
Damaged inside.
that is your crucible, Monty.
Yeah, it is.
My fiance can do an entire
You
podcast
don't get any
on
hood credit for
House.
Little House on the Prairie. Nobody understands.
By the way, that is one of those shows from the time frame where it ended absolutely catastrophically.
Yeah.
Because the last episode of Little House on the Prairie is everybody blowing up their farms so they don't have to sell it to a land developer.
That's right.
They all blow up everything, and then the family just leaves, and you don't see where they go to.
Straight
But that's
to Highway to Heaven.
historically accurate.
It is a story. Well, then the next one was Michael Landon, who my mom has a mega crush on.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I understood it. I understood.
Landon.
He was
it's
1980s sexy.
That's Little Joe from Bonanza, man.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
Highway to Heaven.
That was a rough one. That was,
Every episode you're crying. If you had no soul, you my wife. It's on the morning on one of them cozy ass channels.
Yeah.
Like you got no
Me
cable like
TV.
me TV. You're crying at the end of that episode, KP. You're tear jerking
Oh,
at its finest.
it
The
was-
string start.
beyond upsetting. Yeah, every single episode, you're just like, oh, this show's. My mom put it on because she's like, oh, it's a good show. You'll learn about like God and everything like that. And I was like, how many kids have died of cancer on this show?
Well, you know the stupid group that I run with the action movie nonsense.
Of course.
We're gonna be doing most unhinged special episode of a TV show in the coming year, and
The Bible.
Little
episode.
House is
The foot.
gonna have quite a few
Maybe
episodes.
2, 3.
The one with the guy with the mask and then
the
throws. Yeah.
The cut it off. She's got an infection. Cut
Yeah.
it off. It's great.
It'd be great if it was actually an episode of Full House and it's just Michelle saying, cut it out.
There's a couple Full House episodes in there.
I bet you on that
Very
one.
special episode of Blossom.
Oh, the one where the clown shows up drunkenly at the house?
Yep.
And he's the B plot?
Yes. Yo, they were killing it
Any
with this-
functioning adults still listening to this show,
sorry.
Eric puts the Eric in esoteric. Okay, he really
Very
can't
true.
fucking help himself.
That was nice.
He's a beautiful genius, but we.
Wait, you make Google go, what?
I'm faster than Google.
Well, I'll tell you what, because the U2 plot, the mission we're talking about here, the U2 plane, for anybody who didn't know, and I did not know this, I knew it's where they got the band name from. I just knew it was a plane.
Yeah.
What was the other one? There was another band.
The B-52s.
B-52s is another one. SR-71.
Oh, no shit.
I believe that's also a plane. I can't remember if I'm right. Maybe it's a rocket. I'm not sure.
Some 41 is not.
No, sir. No, sir. We're off the hook on that one. And I still also fell for the idea that Blink-182 is because they said, oh, you blink 182 times in a day. So that's why they named it that. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I'll track with that. I just,
Probably more.
yeah, really just wanted the album cover because of the nurse on it.
Yes.
That being said, these YouTube planes are pretty fantastic. It is key in this Cold War thing we have going on here. And it's you're in the final days of World War II, and we started to understand as a country, we're like, all right, Russia's helping us, but we're absolutely going to have issues with them down the line. It was one of those allies where you're like, all right, I guess we'll take the help. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But Russia, we had our eyes on them pretty tight already from post-World War II. Now you're into the 50s here, and these U-2 planes are very interesting. Number one, they're able to fly at 70,000 feet in the air. That number's important because it actually saves Gary Power's ass a little bit. 70,000 feet in the air. For reference, a normal commercial plane will cruise between 30,000 and 42,000 feet in the
Gonna
air.
say 35,000 feet.
Yeah, so they couldn't even. The other Sabre jets or jets they had, the best jets couldn't get up there. Not enough air, not enough wing.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Plane
So
to get
they
up
couldn't.
there.
Here's why we loved the U-2 plane. So we had a high-res camera on it that it could take photos of military installations. You might know it's in there. Like you can tell like something's looking down at you, but it's not close enough for you to do anything about it. And we actually got a little cocky, and that's what ruins Mr. Power's life.
Yeah.
Is because we're like, they don't even have surface-to-air missiles that can touch us.
No.
We're off the hook here. Russia doesn't have a move. We're just sitting there like in God mode. Like, well, they can't touch us all the way up here until the day they figured out how
It's
to
like,
touch us.
You ever be around short kids and have the ball? It's your ball. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's what we get.
Just palming a basketball over my stepson. Like, what about it, kid?
What about it, kid? That's what I do. I go down to playgrounds and mess with little toddlers, dunk on them.
Whoa. Clip that?
Clip that.
First of all, that's I want to throw back over to Monty towards the end of the episode.
He's
I'm going to
getting
try
fancy.
to bully him into something. We'll see if he'll do it for us. But the Soviet Union had nothing that could defend against this. So
Nada.
we're 70,000 feet up in the air.
Yep.
We're taking photos of military installations. They can't touch us, but they know we're doing it. It's similar to another little kid game of the I'm not touching you. I'm not. What are you doing? What
Just
are you
gonna say
doing?
that.
What are you gonna do? There's no satellites, right? It's 1950. We have
There's
satellites.
So you have
Satellites?
Yeah.
How many satellites? Like spy satellites though, with cameras and.
That was like the age of, hey, let's shoot everything we can up in the air. Sputnik happened in, 47?
That's why we were scared shitless because
Yeah.
they had Sputnik. And then the Russians, by the way, everybody forgets this. Yuri Gagarin is actually the first man in space.
Yes, he is.
The Russians did it.
And then Lock of the Dog was before, our guys.
The idea that the Russians sent, there's also another great story with that too, is that I think NASA spent upwards of probably the modern equivalent of multiple millions of dollars to develop a pen that wouldn't to be able to write
in
in
space.
space.
Yeah.
Because
Seinfeld
the
episode.
ink would freeze and everything, and then the Russians used a pencil. That was, like, it was pretty. That was in the Seinfeld
The
episode.
American so
Not the
very
pencil part.
stupid.
Oh yeah,
Just the it writes in space. You could do it upside down. Yeah.
By
it
the way,
was genius. They solved the problem, but the Russians were like, how about we use a pencil and then we just save.
but they also sent the dog up and didn't send him back.
The dog never
Did the
made it
dog
back?
come back?
I don't believe Latka did.
There's a frozen dog in space.
Well, now I'll tell you what. Dom, by the way, is a huge Marvel fan, so I believe that you can thank that Russian
It's
dog.
Cosmo.
Yeah, that's either Cosmo or
Cosmo is 100% based on the dog
Yes,
from
the
Russia.
Cosmo. Yeah, yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
then.
Cosmo's the Russian
100%.
dog. He
Cosmo's a
speaks
Russian dog.
Yeah.
But did
So
that
this all
dog?
checks out. By the way, you can learn a lot about American history through the comics. Like even the movies. I was learning. They talk about the deep state without talking about the deep state. I always like that one. But in a weird way here, what the problem that we're having is that when these missions start, and Gary Powers is right, he's got a ton of like missions that are going incredibly smooth. He's got a pretty cushy job. His family actually thought, because his mission was so secret, they thought that he was a weather plane. Like he was just kind of like, he drives up in there and he drops measurements and stuff like that. He can kind of tell you if it's going to rain in your area that day.
He's Arnie Pie.
Yeah, they're trying to give him a nice little, a solid day job, That's what he's looking for here. But meanwhile, the dude is flying over enemy territory, not just Russia, too. We had plenty of geopolitical enemies at the time. But it's kind of gets screwed up because around 1960, which is when the first major incident with him happens, things have changed. Russia's going to figure out how to kind of have that counteroffensive, too. It's like the first time my younger stepson realized that he could shove his older brother. Ooh. The first time he's like, I didn't even know I could do this.
The rush of the power.
But we got to go ahead and set the table here for you folks, because 1960 is a wild time. So here is a little zeitgeist for you. Yeah, you see, we got drops now, fellas. JFK will win his election against Richard Nixon. President Eisenhower will leave office while warning us about the military-industrial complex. Bubble wrap becomes available for purchase. The Flintstones debut on TV. Alfred Hitchcock makes everyone afraid of showering with a movie called Psycho. The FDA approves the first ever birth control pill. Elvis gets out of the army, and Anne Margaret has guys yanking their cranks off. Also, the Pirates will beat the Yankees in the World Series. 1960, the table is set, folks. So, however, as a country... Go
Made
ahead.
Bill Mazeroski cry.
Dude, it is...
My father was watching Bronx Tale bore I left today. So
it's that's a forever movie on that one.
he made Mickey Mantle cry.
Paul Monteri is God in that movie. It's,
He's so good.
And then Pesci just shows up at the very end. He goes, "Yeah, I owed a favor. It's a thing." He asked me at the day of my daughter's wedding. Could you believe that's real?
$5,000, I'll do it for you.
By the way, I did not know this. Pesci's a hero to everybody from Jersey. I think nationally he's a hero too.
I was going to say.
Specifically, Jersey guys, we hang on to him pretty sacredly. And I always did, but then I didn't realize this. He was, I always get her name wrong. Who was the redhead from Bordello of Blood? You'll know this.
Oh, I don't.
It's Angie Everhart, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I know Dennis Miller was in it.
Absolute stunner of a woman. Married, maybe not married, but in a long-term live-in relationship with Joe Pesci for years.
No shit.
And I'm sitting there like, well, good for you, Pesci. You were able to pull it off. I always root for Kidman. Cruz for getting Kidman.
Right.
Right. Short guys getting taller guys is always a thing.
Taller guys?
Huh?
Taller guys?
Well, I should say,
Gals.
did I say it backwards? Yeah. Short guys getting with taller chicks.
There
you
you
go.
go.
There you go.
That's always a thing I root for because I know that means that they beat whatever, because the dating algorithms have taught you.
Yeah. Short kings.
Yeah, and by the way, 5'9", never felt short until I saw a girl that said one of the dating apps years ago, 6 feet, 6 inches, 6 figures, or don't swipe.
Good luck. That's like 1% dude.
Bro, I was 0 for 3.
She's a demon, though. She was looking for 666.
Ooh, my God. You might have just solved this one.
Did it
All right.
spin?
That is now up there with my other time I was almost abducted along the coast of Oregon. Where I probably, in my mind, I was like, this girl just wants to hook up and take me back to her place. And they're like, have you seen The Wicker Man? You're being Wicker Manned.
I was like, was she a Sasquatch?
I'll say it was a fun night of drinking out in Seattle with a bunch of comics. And, and the one girl just was into me and she goes, come back with me to, I live off an island in Oregon. and you'll love it. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll make you breakfast in the morning, but I really never get out.
Was this better off dead?
It was very close to that, and I looked back on it, and I remember telling my buddy, I should have gone there. He goes, no, dude, like you that's human trafficking.
You'd still be there.
Yes, I would have returned to with my death would have brought the harvest back to the
I mean, your body would still be there, but your organs would likely be in other people to this day.
Fair point.
KP does have a good heart.
Thank you, buddy. Monty, you're a sweet dude.
Liver on the other hand.
Liver on the other hand is ruined.
Almost entirely healed at this point.
Almost entirely
the doctor can't believe
regenerated.
it. They're like, he's like the Wolverine of alcoholism. Don't know how he did it. Now, as a country, we now have a young, idealistic incoming president. We're paying very close attention to the Soviet Union, and it's going to be years before Rocky Balboa goes over there and ends the Cold War.
Yeah, he did.
Clam chowder.
That's how I like to go. I like to feel like he was a part of it.
He did it.
100%.
You're right.
Now, by 1960, Francis Gary Powers had been flying for the CIA for a few years. His job is top secret. Like we said, his family thought he worked for the National Weather Service. Meanwhile, he's flying over hostile nations using the camera on his super high-altitude plane to help the U.S. try to stay at least one step ahead of the Russians, which is going pretty smooth until May 1st, 1960.
Mayday.
Yeah, Mayday. Good. Oh, dude, I didn't even put that together.
Mayday, we're going down.
Yeah, why do they even fly on Mayday? That should just be like like a hotel can't have a 13th floor. You would just think, don't fly on Mayday. Dude, jeez, I didn't even put that together, dude.
They got him.
Our boy will take his U-2 plane on the first ever flight across all of Russia. He would leave Pakistan with air support from various bases until he is hit with a surface-to-air missile that forces his plane to crash over what is now known as Ekaterinburg. If you're Russian and checking this out, I'm slaughtering the pronunciations. I'm sorry. Passaic County Education.
Yekaterinburg?
I believe so. So you put a little stink on it. I like that.
You have to.
Now, that is its modern name, by the way. Back then, it was known as Sverdlovsk.
Sverdlovsk.
Yes, which, by the way, Ekaterinburg is the hometown of numerous hockey players. Oh. A Russian adult film star named Sweetie Fox, who Eric pointed out to me beforehand.
That's true.
Actually, I'm kidding. It was Harrington.
Do you think it says where Gary Powers crashed and it says home of Sweetie Fox?
Yeah, that's a notable alumni kind of section.
It's got a giant billboard at the fucking beginning of the town.
I'm cosplaying as a pilot.
Where he crashed, it's like an input, and then when he crashes,
You just drive through, and it's just like an arch with her legs.
The idea that she had a Wikipedia page on the notable people from the town was pretty amusing. I'm going through hockey player, and then also current UFC bantamweight star Petr Yan. So who's still fighting.
Actually Russia or a dissolved nation of the Soviet Union?
Very fair question. So the Soviet Union, if you guys knew or didn't know, has changed in size, much like myself over the years via headshots. But at this time, he is in deep, deep Russia to the point where the easiest place to transfer
so we're
Mr.
very
Powers
north.
to, you're essentially outside of Moscow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, that's not that.
No, it's not a long ride to Moscow. I'll put it that
It's
way.
west.
But the party scene is so good.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer is robbing a train while this is all happening. But
does he have a shirt on?
No, of course not. This is
It's 1960.
Can't stop that.
The one missile that actually hits him is only one of 14, by the way. 14 of these surface.
Well, yeah, you're strafing.
SA2s.
Well, it's like finding out. Well said, by the way. SA2s, but here's the thing. So you're sitting there, you're Gary Powers, you're flying this plane, you're like, well, nothing can actually touch me, and then you see 14 things coming. Oh, shit. Not only can they touch us, they have a shitload of them.
Yeah.
So another missile will actually hit a Russian fighter jet.
Whoops.
That's friendly fire right there.
It's messed up, man.
And the pilot will bail
Pat
out.
Tillman
Thank God, he bails
He
out.
felt out. Good for him.
He dies.
Was it
Yeah,
Pat?
he does. His injuries. Like,
Was it Pat Tillman?
Eric.
Too soon.
Not the first time he's gotten mentioned on this show.
That's messed up. Like, go up and get him.
Love for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's sitting there and goes, I'm going to do this for Mother Russia right now. And they're like, sorry, pal.
Shoot 14 up there and just good luck.
Good news. We hit 2 planes. 2 American planes. One American.
One American plane.
But the Russian planes weren't able to keep up with the U-2 at all because it was still doing its mission to that end. But all it took was one missile that did. Monty, your plane is crashing. How logical are you going to be during? It's only a few minutes to crash.
I'm crashing out. I'm freaking out, and I'm getting hit. So you're catching G's, right? You got the mask on. You're falling through.
Yes.
And he's either what? You're gonna eject if you can.
He's got to.
Is it or is it like Top Gun type? We're talking Top Gun, or are we talking manual getting out of this thing?
So he can eject, but you just made it like a really excellent point too. The reason that he's nervous is it's a spy plane. Ooh. So he's supposed to destroy the spy plane.
That's right.
But he's nervous.
He's nervous. So he's supposed to. Now there's a little bit of discrepancy whether he hits this thing, destroys the camera equipment and the film, or does it just the plane breaks up? It just the wings break off.
Right.
He's dropping. He's like, I got to get out of this thing. But then they're like, oh, you can't get caught or tortured. So he's got a little gift from the government.
Dude, to call a cyanide, or it wasn't even cyanide pill, by the way, it was shellfish toxin.
Because he's
a
allergic.
pin with shellfish.
Fugu?
You guys knew this, right? I've talked about it on the show before. Dom knows this ad nauseum at this point. But the church committee in the 70s, when Gerald Ford was president, the church committee, which was Frank Church, who was a representative from...
It had nothing to do with the Roman Catholics.
Very close. When you hear what it was, he does a whole deep dive into the CIA, and he just wants to uncover secret files and stuff. MK Ultra gets brought to the spotlight from that one, and then of course there's this famous photo of Frank Church, who's a congressman that is the head of the committee looking into this, and he's holding a 1911 .45, and he goes, "So this actually shoots heart attacks." It had a dart in it that if you fired it at a person, shellfish toxin would then go into them. The little dart. You couldn't find the dart, and then the person would just have a heart attack, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, he had a heart attack. That's crazy." So the CIA had a heart attack gun.
Yeah.
So
when
you said gift from the government,
that's
my
a gift
brain
from
went
the
there.
government. He's Gary or Francis Gary Powers. He's probably more of a Francis at that point.
I was going to say
he's freaking out, and he's got choices. He destroys this thing because you don't want the information to top secret plane, or.
Right. But he's got a conundrum.
If he punches out, then they're going to either torture him or he's got to talk to him. Mm-hmm. He can't get caught. Now the mission is blown. It's blown. So he should die.
This is it's never happened before that a U-2 plane was even hit with anything.
The plane was supposed to break up in such a way where he wasn't supposed to make it.
He's like, let me be frank.
Let me be frank.
Yeah, whatever, Gary. But the issue, there's two things in here. Number one, the G-force you're talking about. I brace for impact. That's kind of my thing. I'm crazy calm in a car crash. I've been in a few too many of them.
Same.
But
it's free fall though. You wouldn't have G-forces like that.
Eventually the G-force pulls him away from it, so he's got a button that he can hit that will detonate and destroy the camera.
So it's like a movie. Like he's
sitting there trying to so he gets pulled away from the controls on that one. Now, he does have the opportunity to destroy the camera, because keep in mind, you're going to get caught in Soviet Russia, with crazy spy equipment during the Cold War. You want to get rid of any evidence you can. And by the way, this also backfires on him too, because the go-to PR move from the CIA, we'll get into that in a second, they completely botch it because they had a built-in excuse ready for him. But they're like, the Russians were just like, yeah, nice try, guys. Your lie is pretty, see-through here.
Yeah. In Soviet Russia, evidence incriminates you.
Looks like it's time to pull receipt.
Dude, they were like an angry girlfriend just sitting there. Oh yeah, explain these texts then.
What's this? Is this Gdansk? No.
Dude, it was mind-blowing because they gave him a hard time for this too. But our boy, Mr. Powers, has a choice. He can blow up and detonate the camera so that he can get rid of the evidence. But he's sitting there, he goes, I feel like the plane is crashing. My tail has been blown off by a missile. I'm pretty sure if I do this, I'm going to blow myself up in the process. So he waits until he wants to make sure he can safely ejects, and then he's doesn't get a chance to, obviously. So now they're going to have their hands on a full spy plane by the time he lands. They do give him the little pin in order to by the way, this is the word you have to give them. It's called, this is what the TikTok kids use.
Unalive.
Slip and slide. This is my favorite one. He was going to commit slip and slide.
Ah.
Oh man,
Social media is a weird
so
place.
the crazy
Monty.
thing is, like, they give it to him on a necklace on his neck, but it's like a silver dollar,
Yeah.
right? It's bedded in the silver dollar. So like, that's Kennedy's still alive, right?
Kennedy's
At that point in time, yes.
Yeah. So Eisenhower's still president, but he's in what you'd call the lame duck tenure right now. So he's already, Kennedy's been elected, but he's not taking office yet. So it's President elect JFK.
Bad luck.
That's good pull. But it's nuts, man, because he's going to take a bunch of shit for all this. As his plane is crashing, he's trying to sit there and make rational decisions, which I just don't know if I could do. And then the one decision he makes is a self-preservation one, which is what you're supposed to do. If he's like, by the way, I hit the button and I detonated the camera, and then he's like, oh, shit, I'm blowing up too now. I get why that would be difficult on that one. In a second, we're going to break for some, I have to read a couple PSAs real quickly here if Jorge could start pulling those up for us. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but there's a lot of ad reads that go on the network, and we have some sponsors that help us out.
Fair, good
But
for you.
there's actually new programs right now, so this is as crazy as it is. It's embarrassing that we have to pay the money a little bit this
man.
way, but
I feel you.
I read
It's a
PSAs.
team effort.
Well, it's a new administration right now after the mayoral election, so we have an opportunity to do some stuff here. So I don't know if we have those ready by chance. I'll bang out one, and then they give me three, and these are prompts about stuff that's affecting people in the city.
90 seconds.
So, no, not even 90 seconds. These are like
fantastic.
They give us like maybe the 20-second clips.
Is this
on
about
that
the
one.
rat czar?
The rat? No, we're off the hook on that one. We can come back to it too when you guys are ready as well. But as we're leaving the story right now, Mr. Powers, his plane is crashing. He's still trying to make informed decisions. He's not going to be able to make any sort of good decisions here. He still has hopes of escape, though. It's self-preservation at the end of the day. Now, when he hits the ground hard, okay, the Russians are on him pretty immediately. But to his credit, as his parachute is descending, he does tear up his escape plan map, which would have been very useful for Soviet intel. He's able to get rid of a couple other things here. He doesn't know how much of the plane has actually survived the crash. So he's operating under the idea that they don't have anything. So that being said, our boy hasn't even landed on the ground yet, and he's still trying to be like, hey, I'm a good American. I'm not going to ruin my mission here. But things get a little bad for Gary. They catch him right away. Powers is taken to Moscow. He's held in a KGB building known as the Lubyanka, which is a very famous...
Yeah.
You hear KGB, what do you think, Eric?
I'm going to go with Kerry Russell.
The Noxzema girl?
Yes.
It's torture, man. It's torture. What they did to her there, too, is that they cut her hair and got Felicity canceled.
Oh, that was a shame.
But no,
But The Americans was a fantastic show.
I know you loved that one, man. Well, KGB and torture are not too far estranged from each
Yeah,
other.
no, not at all.
Yeah, the whole Gulag. And by the way, this prison that he's in is mentioned in the Gulag Archipelago, which is one of like the ultimate
You
kind
just
of...
buy him back.
So wasn't Putin KGB?
He was.
He was.
So that is why you should always be a little weary of him.
I shouldn't say anything.
Rode bears and,
is there
knows
any-
judo.
any truth to that plutonium T story?
No, it's polonium. But we'll
Polonium.
this for another time.
Okay. I'm just saying, kids, Google it.
It's a trip on that one. So, by the way, those PSAs were sent to Paco. I don't know if you guys knew that. So, you found them? We're good to go? Oh, here's our quick PSAs and in agreement that we have to get a little subsidy money from the city. Hey, folks, KP Burke here with an American Loser public service announcement. The holiday season is a boom for tourism in New York. This makes gridlock traffic in Manhattan unbearable, but if you utilize the new NJ Transit app on your smartphone, you can use mass transit to avoid some of the extra stress. Be smart and stay informed. Thanks, and happy holidays. All right, that's a lock on that one.
That was solid.
They do ask that I
Good
guests do
read.
this. I'm sorry to do this to you guys. Are you guys comfortable reading?
Yeah,
You
totally.
are? Okay, cool. I think we have Eric is up next on this
I
one.
can do a read.
Perfect. All right.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Eric Albert with an American Loser public service announcement. Reddit is a wonderful tool for sharing personal experiences and information, but you should still consult a doctor before attempting to megadose yourself with morning glory seeds. Just because you can bulk buy them on Amazon doesn't mean you should put them in a blender and mix it with OJ. Yes, orange juice, if you know what I mean.
Nailed it. Thank you, buddy.
Happy
Thanks and happy holidays.
Wait,
Kill it, man.
That was
Kill it.
decent.
I know. I can do good reads.
You are good on that. You have a good telephone voice, too.
Anything
That's
you could
true.
do to help.
And,
Radio.
We'll bang out Monty's, and then we're right back
This
into the
is
show,
gonna be
fellas.
Torture.
No,
Yep.
you're fine, dude.
I'm going to pee during this one.
Are
I
you?
think that's a good idea, actually.
It's not a bad one.
Monty Mason here. Hey there, it's Monty Mason with American Loser Public Service Announcement. It may be the holiday season and money might be tight, but there is no reason to lend any more of it to Eric Albert. Even if he's always telling you how he is going to pay it back. You should know by now that he's just going to the liquor store to buy boxed wine or hardware store in hopes that they finally have a pair of tin snips sharp enough to cut through his judge-enforced ankle monitors. Eric has caused enough damage to all of our personal lives, but don't let him affect your wallet this Christmas.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed it, man.
I feel that one in my
Thank
soul.
you very much, guys.
Thank
That's,
you guys. I
Eric,
really,
you know what the best part, too? He stepped out of the room for it, so
Yeah.
now we don't have to feel like we're bullying him. We're just creating awareness.
well, there are guys. There's thousands of Eric Alberts out there causing damage.
It's it feels wrong, but at
Yeah.
the same time, don't you want to just make other people aware of what they might be up against? It's the same way like when you're at a truck stop and you see, people want to warn you about human trafficking. So you just got to warn people about Eric Albert.
You got to warn him. Like the Bodego guy saw him and he knew.
Yeah, Shannon had a good read on him immediately. She figured that one. But I'll say we'll keep progressing this bad boy here. Powers is taken to Moscow, but don't worry, Mr. Powers. The United States has a plan.
Got your back.
They are going to try to pull a little covert action via lying. That's what they're going to be doing here. They attempted to convince the Soviets that Powers was simply a weather plane pilot that had strayed wildly off course due to oxygen problems, which, like we said, that shit might have worked. Except for the part where they're like, yes, comrade, I understand your weatherman is a little off course, but we have spy plane in possession now, so I guess how you Americans say, go fuck yourself.
I think he was waiting for like that wilding out burn on Eisenhower. Oh, hold on, we have spy plane. Oh,
Yeah, that would have been the end all be all. Like, he's okay. You don't need to pretend weatherman no more.
no more. We have you.
Francis Gary Powers is going to be subjected to intense interrogation for months. During this time, the story is getting a little hard to track because the media, as they almost always do, will interfere. The CIA, as they almost always do, will lie. And the politicians, even the most well-intending ones, will have their hands tied. Francis
And
Gary
lie.
Powers, oh, dude, they had no choice on this one. Francis Gary Powers is interrogated harshly from the moment he lands, which again is on May 1st, May Day, as Monty said, all the way until June 30th. Oh. That is 2 whole months of being screamed at in Russian every single day.
I could deal with it.
Now, if I can make it through 8 weeks of boot camp, that feels like a walk in the park comparatively.
I could deal.
But I also don't know, to get yelled at in another language by a bunch of angry men for 2 months is a lot. Now, if it's a Russian woman, I would probably last only a few minutes or however long it would take me to come.
I was going to say, there it goes.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. Powers is out of solitary confinement a few weeks later after this, but during his interrogation, to his credit, folks, you'll see why it's important here. We showed you that he tore up the map on this when he was trying to figure out a way to destroy his plane, but didn't know if he's going to kill himself in the process. He still has his little cyanide pen, not cyanide, but a shellfish toxin pen, which is probably confiscated from him. The Russians are very good at that stuff.
It's not kosher.
Well, he gives up nothing that the Russians didn't already know about his mission and equipment. He will also manage to get away with, and this is the key, this is something he was very proud of for the rest of his life. The Russians go, so we know your plane can fly up to 68,000 feet in the air. And he just goes, yeah, that sounds right. Yep. You ever not correct somebody because they don't have all the info?
All the time.
We have a good friend, a mutual friend of all of ours, Dave Seitzik.
Yeah.
Awesome guy, Dave is. But he thinks that me and Colin Quinn are best friends and asked me to get him booked on a Cub Scout blue
Get
and gold
the
dinner
fuck
in
out.
Mahwah, New Jersey. And I did one of those things where I didn't have to correct him. He's like, you think like next time you talk to Colin, you could ask him if he would do my show? And I was like, this guy really thinks I hang out with Colin Quinn all the time. Which, by the way, we haven't fully proven that Colin's not my biological father. But,
Exactly.
We've proven that.
well, you did. You did, thanks to some deep Googling.
Internet really well.
Yes, you do. A little too well, some might say.
Sorry. It's
Yeah.
the autism.
If it wasn't for your alcoholism, you would have been a Unabomber. We know that.
We know.
He's in the CIA.
So Powers plays this up pretty good here. He doesn't let them know all the information, does his best not to tell them anything useful without endangering his own self. But guess what? The news back in America is literally already putting out details of his spy equipment in the papers.
Now they're newsing.
We have a U-2 plane that was shot down. It's a very impressive high-tech plane with a high-resolution camera that can fly up to 70,000 feet in the air, and they're just giving away the whole story. And the Russians are actually, in these interrogations, they say, Gary, why don't you tell us? Because otherwise we just read in Wall Street Journal next day.
That's why Reagan stopped all that shit.
Snitch incoming.
Dude, that's 100% true. Where it was, we were talking about the movie Nightcrawler before, and the mantra through that is, if it bleeds, it leads. So papers don't want to not be. They're like, hey, we have this info. There is no.
It's our
ethics
duty
are
to
gone.
tell the truth.
Yes. Even if it absolutely endangers the life of
Even
Gary
if it
Powers.
murders everyone that's supporting our country, we have to tell our foreign enemies the truth. Damn it.
Do we have good readership over in Moscow? I feel like we don't, but that also that's something.
I'm sure they got the Times. I'm sure they did.
buddy, their Russian spies are so good that they were.
Oh, trust me, I know. I
We
got a
did an
whole thing
episode
on
on Whitaker
That's what this
Chambers.
is.
Oh, I'm excited. Chime in when you need to.
We're getting there.
Whitaker Chambers was part of a Soviet spy network, and we had so many spies in the initial Red Scare, pre-McCarthyism, that it was insane how cozy and just carefree they were living.
Yeah.
Like the Americans had to do a drama version of it, but this particular, like that time in American history, they were just Russian spies that were like, yeah, well, I have my job, and then I have my little hobbies like spying for Russia. You know,
Yeah.
like it was cozy. So
Do you in your prep for this, do you bring up Rudolph Abel at
Yes.
all? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's coming
We'll
in.
get there.
as soon as I set
Good old
that
Bill
up for
Fisher.
I want you to. I'm going to set it up for you. I just want you to knock it out of the park.
Bill Fisher. It's his real name, by the way.
Which was trippy that
Yeah,
he went for.
because you're like, wait a second.
yeah, that's like.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
we'll get into him. Back home, Powers, by the way, initially being hailed as a hero. The press is on his side. They're going to play up his coal miner father. They're going to showcase Powers as an all-American, clean-cut hero. I don't know why, but they never. For some reason, they thought it was advantageous to lie about the fact that Gary Powers, like, oh, by the way, he doesn't smoke or drink. And meanwhile, everyone's like, I know Gary. That dude smokes and drinks.
Yes, but if you're trying to paint the picture and you want the propaganda to go out properly, you want him to be this clean-cut, wholesome, straight-edge, no-nonsense person who's, he's behind enemy lines. There's no reason
The all-American boy.
why we should feel like, oh, no, just let him rot.
It's well, you want to get him back. That's the thing. You
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
propaganda campaign.
Exactly.
So if he's a drunk, we don't want him.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what. I'll put you and me in this one. You and me are sitting there. Eric has been taken captive, right? And
I'm not coming back.
we're sitting there, and you and me would have to tell the news. We're like, guys, stop saying Eric Albert, who donates at soup kitchens and never drinks a sip of alcohol.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Make it
They're
believable.
like, wait, what?
Everyone here at Characters is worried about you. Inside baseball.
Bring me back.
Well,
I've been there. God knows how long.
I know.
CIA is not able to trick the Soviets, but they do trick their own United States newspapers for a little while. During the initial captured hero wave of news, this is where I think Dom's ears are going to peak up on this one because they're doing a little bit of public relations work, the CIA. Dom has learned a lot about the CIA through this show.
I mean, the newspaper was still reporting on wrestling like it was a real fucking sport at that point in time.
It's still real to me, damn it. So now here's what they're going to do with Mr. Powers' wife. Her name is Barbara, right? Barbara Gay Powers. Yep.
With the E on the end of it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Just the G-A-Y. Just Gay Powers.
Gay powers.
Gay Powers.
So many
So-
gay powers. You could.
It's what they do to her, and it's very interesting here. They little public relations work, which is the nicer name of propaganda, by the way. Bernays.
Of course.
So,
Well, that is public relations work.
Yes, it
it's
is.
changing what propaganda is called.
it's Bernaysianism or whatever, or a Bernaysism, we'll call it that.
Yes.
Now they're going to give our girl here, they're going to take, Gary Powers' wife and say, hey, we want you to talk to the news, but we really think you should take some of these sedatives before you appear on any of the, newspaper, So yeah, the way that we give Eric his Popeye
prepped.
can of spinach.
I prepped.
He's strong to the finish when he drinks Bud Ice.
It's
Hey, keep the white trash going.
it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, of
Where's my
course.
Hennessy? That's all I'm saying.
Well, they give her talking points as well. So here's some pills. Here's some talking points. Make sure that you help us create this image of her hero husband and you as obviously his devoted wife. Meanwhile, they did all this, and they're going to spin the fact that in the interviews they're starting to notice that she has a broken leg. And the CIA comes up with a story. All right, remember how you broke your leg water skiing?
Forgot about this.
You broke your leg water skiing, right, Barbara? Right, Barbara? Take your pills, Barbara, and tell everybody about how much you love your husband. Don't talk about you went water skiing, water skiing, water skiing. And they're just programming her to say this. Yeah. Meanwhile, Barbara broke her leg falling down drunk dancing with another man because she was cheating on Gary while he was in a POW camp and even beforehand.
I forgot about this part.
It was impossible not to notice this part. Old Barb Powers was a woman who liked her booze and apparently also other dudes. She cheated on Powers frequently, and more on that in a minute. Powers is actually going to go to trial, a very highly publicized trial, in the Russian Supreme Court. So, yeah, Russian Supreme Court. Didn't know they had one. I always get kangaroo court vibes, but apparently they knew that this was going to play out on the world stage.
It's like wrestlers' court. It's legit.
Yeah, just Undertaker presiding over.
Yeah, exactly.
What was this? What was
It's David Otunga versus the world.
It's a tough one, man. But to their credit, they do allow what seems, at least on paper, to be a fair trial. And the CIA is able to supply some lawyers. They're also going to fly Gary's family out to see him, his wife and her mother included. A lot of members of the intelligence communities. Nikita Khrushchev's daughter is in attendance at the wedding as well.
Oh, hot.
And eventually,
Sounds hot, right?
she sounds like she's going to be hot, but then you look at Khrushchev and you're like, I don't know. Could this turn into like a Mr. Bean thing where the daughter's a smoke show, even though you look like Mr. Bean? Don't ever Google Gemma Atkinson, guys. It'll upset you.
Spell that.
Jorge, I'm sorry. I know you're a busy guy in there. Can you just bring up Gemma?
I feel like it starts with a G.
It's G. It's Gemma Atkinson. And
Double M.
I'll just explain to you how when you're the daughter of Mr. Bean, sometimes the apple falls very far from the tree. That's all I'm going to say. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson.
Or you can just type in Rowan Atkinson, click daughter, and
That'll
she'll
pop
come
up too. Oh, this is not this is a well-traveled wormhole here, folks. But
So she's fine?
that's
is it
Mr.
like-
Bean's daughter.
Oh.
Yep.
I was going to say, it's like Doug Flutie's daughter.
Ah, come on, Eric.
Doug Flutie's daughter was hot as hell.
Was she? I
She was a Patriots cheerleader.
No way. I didn't know that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I knew. Okay. I'm gonna. I stopped myself on that one because we're still trying to stay on YouTube.
You do have fascination with blondes. They keep
It's that-
coming up.
Yeah, it just jumps out at me. So it's perhaps it's a reverse Oedipin cycle kind of thing. I don't know. I have to solve that one. But yeah, Gary is going to wind up there.
You're right.
That's Doug
Alexa.
Flutie's daughter.
Yeah.
She
No,
looks
but
like Doug
see?
Flutie, though.
Yep, Alexa Flutie.
She's got some Flutie in her.
Alexa Flutie, by the way, sounds like an OnlyFans name. Let's just be
Yes,
honest
Alexa
on that one.
Flutie.
Yeah, meanwhile, that picture's from like 04.
Alexa Flutie McNutt. It's
Flutie McNutt. There was a female comic named Flutesy or something for a while. I can't remember. But Gary, by the way, during this trial is going to apologize for being a spy amidst his confession of being a spy and is sentenced to 10 years.
10 years, damn it.
10 years. 3 in prison, 7 in a labor camp. And if you know anything about Russian labor camps, the 3 years in the prison might have been preferred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his apology, by the way, obviously he's sentenced to 10 years in Russia. He's not going home to see his family. You know, he's a newlywed guy. There's no kids yet. That's important to the story too. But we're sitting there and we're like, this guy over there, this American hero in a POW, he's a prisoner of war. We're not at war, but that's how we're treating him. We need our guy back. Then he apologizes and half of America goes, fucking coward.
I'm half of America.
They're very fickle.
Dude, they turned him into
I
a
am-
He
traitor.
fell out of
I
a
am
plane at
half of
70,000
America.
feet
Yeah.
I'm like,
behind
you
Russian
fucked
lines.
up, bro.
Go ahead, sell it, Eric.
No, like you fucked up. Like, what was your job? No, legitimately, what was your job?
He was taking pictures.
You're telling him that he was supposed to use his slip and slide pen?
No, no. That was if you fucked up at your job.
Okay, so
What was your job?
his job was to be a spy.
And
Did he get any
Fly the
information
plane.
back?
fly the plane. When you fuck up and you don't do the job right, at the highest level of fucking military nonsense.
I don't like that he's selling me on this right now, Monty. I'm
either.
uncomfortable.
What are you
He's very
supposed to do? At the highest level of, we are in a nuclear war that may happen at any second.
This is literally how he sold me the key.
I
by the
also
way.
don't like how you're like snake oil salesman. You like you have the answer. I just have to come
but
around.
Seriously, any second, nuclear war could happen between the U.S. and Russia, and your dumb fucking ass
Get shot down.
gets shot down over enemy territory and captured?
And you make the peace accords go a little.
I like the ones who don't get captured.
Hold on.
You're selling it hard right now, Eric.
No. Like, you could have honestly done anything other than what happened, which is why when we get to the Bridge of Spies portion of this, we as a country took part in the worst trade that ever happened this side of minor league baseball.
What
It's,
about that Brittany Griner trade? That was a good one.
No, that's bad too. But
Yes, the merchant of death in exchange for a point guard.
yeah,
To be fair, there was a pick to be named later. included.
honestly, like that's pretty damn bad. But at that point in time,
This was the worst.
up until that trade that you just brought up, nobody could have foreseen how bad we were going to trade, a fuck up for their top dude that got turned into a postage stamp.
What Eric's alluding to is the guy that we wind up doing a prisoner exchange for here later.
Yeah, Bill Fisher.
Part of what this goes into is the true wild card on this one. So his piece of shit wife accidentally is the reason that he gets out of the prison camp.
Nice.
This is insane, man. And then, of course, the obvious end of the story is even more insane, which Eric knows. I think you know as well.
Yeah. Like
now,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
the CIA is working to find prisoner exchange ideas because they want to get their pilot back, which is met with a cold reception from many Americans whose opinion on Power had soured. Within the CIA as well, Powers found that he had less allies than he had hoped. He goes, guys, I'm a good employee. I do my job all the time. They're like, yeah, but you probably told him everything you could have told him
Just
already.
because you punched a fucking clock doesn't mean we need to get you out of there.
Yeah, it gets a little... gets
But my
pretty dicey.
PTO! It's a fuck.
Well, what happens is that the CIA... There's actually the CIA chief
I've
of
never been
counterintel.
angry on this show before.
He brings it out in people because, by the way, even when we get to his final act, if you will, he's still remembered as a controversial figure. And they do have a Cold War museum. The prison he's
That
kept
his
in, by
son
the way,
founded.
correct.
Yes.
The prison that he was kept in Russia does have a little museum to him of like what his prison outfit was. And they have his cell blocked off.
Here's
and
the
everything.
chamber pot.
That's
Weird.
yeah. Take a leak where Gary Powers took a leak.
Or may have pooped.
Well, the CIA's chief of counterintel is actually openly against any prisoner exchange because he felt like Powers has already told the Soviets everything that he knew, and he really did not like the idea of doing an exchange for, go ahead, Eric, take it. The floor is yours.
All right. So Bill Fisher, as the guy was born, was later renamed Rudolf Abel, who was, his working name. His stage name as a spy.
Most people take an American name, they take their ethnic name, and then they try to make it a little bit more American, right? So
Yeah.
Antonio becomes an Anthony real quick, stuff like
Right.
that. This guy goes the absolute opposite direction.
Yeah, so Rudolf Abel, he got sent to prison in Georgia because we were like, you know what, fuck it, let's put him in a prison, that's somewhere in Russia, but not actually Russia.
He's making a joke about Georgia, the country, folks.
Yes, but like this guy was the top of his class as far as spies goes. Okay.
He was creme de la creme, Babe Ruth of spies, Russia's James Bond.
Creme de la Kremlin?
Creme de la Kremlin is fucking solid. You got to give him the props on that one. That was
Always do.
But, before he even got picked up, like, where he was beforehand, like his dad was a gun runner, so he came from that. Like, you're always
I was born in the shadows.
Exactly.
Nice.
But he's coming up through all of these adversities, and he gets recruited as a spy, and he also learned to play guitar and piano and speaks 7 languages. And we're gonna trade this guy for this asshole who can't keep his wife in the same bed as him. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
You didn't have to call him a cuck on top of everything. He's been through it.
He's 100%.
Adam 22.
Here's the thing. We traded this idiot who could not take a cyanide pill or seafood injection for a guy that went 9 years undetected in the U.S.
Correct.
9 years.
Now, what info did we get?
He's an NKVD member living in the U.S.
Did you get to what we were able to finally get out of him?
Nothing.
Correct. He didn't even give us his real name.
0.
Yep.
We got no Bill Fisher.
Nope.
We didn't get that from him. We got maybe Rudolf Abel. Maybe.
That's
what's on the stamp, by the way, as a fuck you to the U.S. Because his real name is William Fisher.
Billy Fisher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bill Fisher, 100% was his birth certificate name. And then we just trade him away for this guy that's going to miraculously plummet to the earth in your final segment on him.
Imagine trading. You see Mark Sanchez with the butt fumble, and then you say, all right, we're going to trade a first-round pick next year to get ourselves Mark Sanchez.
You're going to trade everything the Jets have at this present moment, which is 5 first-round picks. Okay? You're ready. You are the Jets. You're sitting there going, all right, yeah, we're going to get somebody great. And then, yeah, Mendoza's the quarterback in the draft, and he's not that great. What are we going to do? I don't know. Let's trade. You know what we could do? We could trade to the Raiders, and we'll get their quarterback.
Geno?
You get Geno back.
Geno Smith is back to the Jets. And,
you lost 5 first-round picks. That's what happened.
Yeah, and we send him Mahomes. That's essentially it. That's as close to an NFL reference as I can have.
Here's the thing. Dulles said he wished he had 1 agent. 1. Not multiple. Not his entire branch. He wished he had 1 agent as good as Bill Fisher. As good as Rudolf Abel.
Russia was better at spying than us. They probably still are.
Better shoot missiles.
Don't expose me.
That's
You're a spy.
It's I don't want to cut you off here either, but I want to jump into the wild card because we're already talking football a little bit here. Your wild card right now is going to be this. Back to old Gary Powers, whose piece of shit wife is just having the time of her life stateside.
Having a wonderful time.
Powers' wife, Barbara, is not only not writing to her husband. I think he said that she wrote him a letter maybe once every 45 days. I check my phone. Carly texts me 8 times a day.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like an email every 3 days. An email.
Yeah. To wait on that one. So, not that I'm not waiting on a very important social media message of a guy that I finally gave some information to and he hasn't reached out yet. I'm working on myself. But Powers' wife, Barbara, is not writing to her husband in prison. She's busy having all-out affairs while he's locked up. She's boozing off the charts. She's cheating left
Good
and
for
right.
her.
The CIA finally has to do something about her because this image they're creating of her as a devoted wife, well, that comes crashing into a wall as she gets herself a DUI.
Well, here's the thing, though. He was lying to her about what he was doing. So is she not justified?
You
in
are
the
really
fact,
the best devil's advocate I've ever met. You
like,
really
is
are.
she not justified in the fact that, you know what? Fuck this guy. He's trapped overseas, and I think he's a weatherman. Where the hell is he? Why am I not just gonna fucking,
You're right.
I
go to
went to your
Pound Town?
trial. I don't know why I need to give you a
She
letter
felt
every
so
Going to
couple of days.
Pound Town right now because her husband is the worst piece of shit we ever traded away for somebody that was actually valuable.
So here's two things on that one. Number one is that the difference between the CIA and the KGB is the KGB says, we have a problematic woman. She must go away.
And KVD.
They're going to get rid of her, right? Now the CIA is like, hey, Powers' wife is drunk and cheating on him all the time. She just got a DUI. All right, we're going to have her committed to a sanitarium for a little bit. She gets checked into a mental health facility.
I didn't get
Better
30
help.
days.
Yeah.
for
Better
mine.
help therapist.
Well, she winds up getting eventually released to the care of her mother. But this incident's going to wind up spooking the CIA pretty heavily.
Did she have a blow and go in her Model T?
Wasn't quite a Model T here. She, I'll tell you what, she probably had a Ford Pinto, so it was dangerous enough as it is.
60?
Talking 1960 here.
60?
So
63,
Gary
62.
Powers
She was in
full
a
time.
Corvair.
Was the Etzel out yet? I don't know.
Edsel came and gone.
So well said, man. You really, I'm telling you, his recall is beyond impressive, folks. It throws me for a loop even in our own conversations.
I don't even know how I know that.
Well, she's a character here, our girl. She's
course.
obviously the CIA is getting a little worried about her, and they're even more worried about the national security implications of what a piece of shit she is. The
She's
CIA
great.
is spooked.
I love her.
She's a character. She's a character. They're nervous that if Powers finds out that his wife has been committed to a mental institution,
He cracks.
or if he finds out that
Against her will.
she's been cheating on him too, if he finds that out,
Fully of her will.
oh yeah, Monty
He gives up
solved this
state's evidence.
Yep.
He's gonna crack.
one. He's going to say, hey, let's talk.
Go
Let's,
stool pigeon.
yeah, why don't you guys let me know what is it that you want to know, and then get me out of here and set me up with one of those Sweetie J or whatever her name is. So
Nice little friend from the northern area. So
yeah,
did
they're
they
afraid
wedge
she's
him
gonna
with
flip.
that?
No, he never actually finds out. But the CIA is spooked about that, which is why they're going to wind up. The other thing too is that the Russians were very adamant about they couldn't wait for JFK to come into office because they're like, this is fuckboy. We play all day with you. Eisenhower they were afraid of because they're like,
Yes.
this
He's
is
a war
General
harness
God.
eye.
This is
The last
And then
real
there's-
president we had.
They're like, this guy, he cheat on wife without us blackmailing him. I don't understand. It's very confusing.
Even though he did cheat on wife with, the Russian spy we sent over as well.
Well, the other one, you know the story.
We needed, basically the hard evidence.
Well, you know this one that J. Edgar Hoover. This is one of the first reels I ever did. It was actually the first one that really took off. On the 90-second loser stuff. Which, by the way, it's at KP Burke Sucks over on Instagram. Keep checking those out. We're trying to put out new ones every week. But the first one that I did was about J. Edgar Hoover was tracking what they thought was a German spy, and she was a Swedish newspaper reporter, I think. Mm-hmm. And her name was Inga Arvad. And it was pretty trippy of a story because she was very attractive. She was actually one of the few reporters that ever get a sit-down meeting with Hitler. And so they're like, oh, she's clearly a part of the party, or at least she's, maybe a spy against us because now she's come to the United States. And so they were recording, they had, surveillance equipment set up on her. And she had a steamy encounter with a handsome young naval officer. And turned out to be JFK. They have a sex tape of JFK, just banging this chick. Yep.
Nice.
I don't think he was married, so I think it was fair game on that one. But at that time, J. Edgar Hoover was like, so, Mr. Kennedy, I know you want to...
Him and Jackie were talking.
Probably. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But it was...
He's a piece of shit.
Come on.
But that is the thing about all this intel stuff. And the Russians loved the idea that JFK was coming in because Eisenhower is standing the hard line that Eric just had where he goes, we're not trading for this guy.
Yeah.
And then JFK comes in and goes, I think we should bring him back. He's an American hero. Why wouldn't we bring him back?
Come on. He loves drinking. So's his wife.
It costs us one of the most impressive Soviet spies of all time
Help
who
my
will
father.
get their own episode.
He probably had so much information, and they've just got it back.
We still don't know exactly what he knew. And then the guy went on a speaking tour. The Russian spy that we traded for, he went on a speaking and lecturing tour in
Got a
the
fucking
Soviet Union.
Tony
stamp.
Robbins.
He got a stamp.
Everybody say, ah!
There
Tony
is a
Rabuskinov.
Russian
Tony Rabuskinov.
national stamp for how good of a spy he was.
World's best spy.
Well, no,
He's got
there
the
were
pin.
6 guys that went in the same year that they were like, hey, this spy, this spy, this spy, this spy. Because fuck you, U.S.
Have spy of the year.
And I think they did that in 92, which is ballsy as fuck because it's like, hey, we crumbled, but yeah, you know what? Eat this.
We still
Well,
give out
Powers,
the
by the
awards.
way, is released. He does finally get released, much to Eric's chagrin. He's released 1 year, 9 months, and 10 days after his capture.
Where?
Finally gets a chance to come home. So I got to hurry this one up because we're almost over on time here. His dreams are not going as he pictured. The U.S. public is going to give him a very cold reception. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm finally back in America. Boo!
Yeah, fuck yourself.
He turned heel. He didn't even know it. So the U.S.
Marty Jannetty. Legitimately, he's the Marty Jannetty of the U.S.
It's there because, and also, by the way, the U.S. public is doing a lot of Mark Wahlberg post 9/11 behavior. Let me tell you what I would have done if I was over there. You think I'm not taking the shellfish toxin? I would have fought my way out. Gary Powers is a coward. You don't apologize for being a spy. No, that's.
Why are you doing Jason Statham?
I don't know. I just
I don't know. I'm a mechanic.
I do love that one. That's a new weird trope in action movies where everybody's just the name
Gotta
of,
have a job.
They have a job.
the name of the movie is
It's
just some blue cut.
1993 WWE.
That's right.
It's
It's
beekeeper.
Duke. It's
The
Duke the
manufacturer.
Dumpster Droese.
Toilet salesman.
TL Hopper. Like, you have to have a job. If you're going to be an action hero, you have to have a job. We're in the
cookie
employment
salesman.
era of action heroes.
The idea that the Equalizer works at Home Depot was very fitting.
Well, I mean, it all started with the one that Arnold was in, where he's the fucking fireman.
Talking the post 9/11 one,
Yeah.
where he goes after his daughter.
It's
in
not
the
End of
jungle.
Days. It's after that.
Yeah,
Collateral damage.
collateral damage. Well said.
There we
That's
go.
the one that got stopped.
I'm just a fireman. I don't understand.
I'm a fireman.
He's a fire.
You'll never be a fucking cop.
Prove you're a fireman. Open up your calendar. I'm Mr. October. That's me. So
You jumping to the end of this?
I have to, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Powers to his credit, by the way, never shied away from about how he followed his orders, followed them to the letter. They also, and here's a public relations term for you, will debrief him intensely. Congrats. You had 2, maybe 3 months of being aggressively interrogated by the KGB. Welcome home. That must have been brutal for you. Sit down. We got to talk a little bit, buddy. A little bit for a little while. The CIA will debrief him. The United States Air Force will debrief him. Lockheed, which by the way, it's just calling it Lockheed.
Martin,
They
yeah.
weren't Lockheed Martin yet, were they? Though
No,
it's just
not yet.
Lockheed. Back
Just
then, I
Lockheed.
think. So they're going to debrief him. At least this time it's in English. So, but Powers, after a long period of time,
Nicely done.
he's formally absolved of his sins here because they say that he has done his duty and he gets certified as the good American military man that he's depicted as. The controversy over his capture will continue to haunt him, but Powers displayed courage and honesty with aplomb answers about very difficult topics in the years that passed. Harder to tell who screwed him harder, though. There's a couple great quotes in here. I don't know if you got to the divorce that's coming.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's a great
Again, I
quote.
said, I completely glossed over the wife.
It's she's the best part of the story because you got to
That's
find the
not
funny in
true.
this. You don't think so?
The end of it's so good.
The only you could
From my
describe the ending is
perspective.
good. Now, it's hard to tell who screws him harder, though. The CIA will say, great job. We're not honoring certain parts of your contract.
Fair.
So now he can't have his planned return to the Air Force. Powers will resign from the CIA and then proceeds to divorce his wife. Here's a quote for you. During the divorce.
On what grounds?
It's all air.
Dude, during the divorce, this is how bad the divorce had to be. While he's talking about being a prisoner in Russia during his divorce settlement, and Gary Powers declares, he goes, the only person who mistreated me while I was in Russia was Barbara over there.
Was my wife. But don't.
The only person who mistreated him. Oh, my God. Now, the divorce is granted, by the way. Powers does happily remarry. Very happy marriage. Girl of his dreams. She's a big part of his legacy and his upkeep. Gives him, I believe, his 2 kids. I think she had a daughter already. And then they have a son who is, as you mentioned before, what's the name of the kid?
Francis Gary Powers Jr.
You nailed it. It's. I feel like he better be good at music with a name like that.
Ladies and
Or
gentlemen.
assassinating people.
Well, it is 3 names on that one. Although
Exactly.
Flying
we never had a
planes.
junior. I don't think we ever had a junior as a guy doing.
Might not have been, divulged, but it's a possibility.
Now I'm gonna have to look that up later.
Yeah.
But Powers will wind up working for Lockheed as a test pilot until he gets laid off. His reputation will
'Cause
never
he
fully recover.
sucks.
People are saying that to him all the time. Hey, it's Gary Powers over there. He just did a wonderful job test piloting a brand new craft and he landed it safely. Oh, this time.
Yeah, Lee Majors is going to play him in a movie. Fucking Lee Majors is cool, but that guy sucks.
Yeah, it's a Lee. Do you really want to be playing a half a fag over there? So, Powers will wind up working for Lockheed until he gets laid off. This is a problem here because anybody who is informed on the story and worked with him all say that Gary Powers was a damn good man, which is lucky enough his reputation, while controversial, does land him what's going to be his final job. He becomes a pilot for a California news station.
WKNBC, Channel 4, chopper pilot.
Hey, up there, is that a plant down there?
Oh, shit, kids!
Looks like I'm going to die just like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Can't keep this thing in the air much longer.
As we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, this poor guy has 2, not 1, but 2 fatal crashes from the sky. I shouldn't say fatal because the first one he lived through, although he probably shouldn't. A lot of people thought he shouldn't have, whether shellfish was involved or not.
Probably would have been for the best.
Wasn't it on the first 2? Hey, is it the first? Time to die.
It's the 1st of May. No, I believe it was in the middle of July. July 15th, I
I
think.
have it in 1977. Something's
Yeah.
going on over there. You have
Right before that Roy Scheider movie with
It was
the
like the
helicopter
first. It was like
recorded.
August 1st or something,
Sorcerer?
before his birthday.
No. Blue Steel?
It was-
Blue something.
It
what
was
do you got?
August 1st, 1977.
First 77.
Nailed it. Thank you very much.
Quickly, what's the name of the Roy Scheider helicopter movie? This is phenomenal.
I get-
This is a great
Stop
movie.
bullying my staff.
No, I just
You don't gotta listen to him, man.
It's a great movie. You should watch it. It's Blue something.
Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder,
Thunder,
he
yeah.
says.
Blue Thunder. See?
These
Great
guys-
movie. Everyone out there should watch this. It has
Helicopters?
CG nonsense before there was CG. And they just flew a helicopter in the middle of a fucking city because they were like, it's a movie. Of course we're going to do this.
How dare you besmirch Airwolf?
What they're
It was before Airwolf. I know. It's why Airwolf was a thing.
What they're forgetting, by the way, is that this helicopter flight that is obviously going to prove fatal for Gary Powers. He's flying, him and his cameraman. Cameraman's name is George Spears.
Yes.
They're in a helicopter covering the brush fires that are going on in Santa Barbara County.
Right.
So the helicopter is going to run out of fuel.
What?
Yeah. Powers.
No.
Embarrassing.
Go ahead.
Exactly. It's going to run out of fuel because supposedly,
Air quotes there, guys.
well, no, they blamed the mechanic for a faulty fuel gauge. Yeah, right. They diverted it to the last second because there were kids underneath him. There's so much bullshit that's in his death.
He's palpably angry, by the way.
I'm
folks.
so mad at this asshole. Otherwise, he would have landed safely. Like if there weren't kids
kids.
there,
Just
he could have corrected and gotten it down.
you're
a
saying
fair
he did
point.
what
Meanwhile,
KP saying?
there was no flight recorder in the helicopter. No flight recorder. All of the cockpit voice recording was not there either. So, maybe the Russians killed him by sabotaging all his shit beforehand.
Was that spy's name?
It's
Bill Fisher?
Billy Fish.
Not Monica McNutt? No, she
No. But no, that's
crazy.
the thing. He comes crashing down into a field in the middle of nowhere that no one Like, no set of children was like, yeah, we were there, but then, like, the helicopter was coming at us and we ran away, and then the helicopter came down.
Cover
It's
story.
all bullshit.
It's a cover story.
It's bullshit.
How much? All right, I'll ask you this one.
Spin it the
How
way
much
you
public
want to.
relations do you think went into this one?
So much.
Right.
Like, you have a quote-unquote American hero who died in the most half-assed, dumbass way possible.
Jesus. Normally we try to sit there and be like, yeah, he's a hard luck hero, and Eric's like, no, he got away with a lot.
Francis Gary
Read
Powers
the
Jr. is
gas
going to hear
gauge,
this.
Like,
Very angry with you, sir.
I've had numerous driving infractions. Not once have I ran out of gas on the highway. All right?
Fair point. Fair point, sir.
Unfortunately, Gary will pass away, or fortunately, according to Eric's vitriol, he's spitting right now.
I'm never gonna.
That guy's spitting.
We celebrate life through death. That's how the death pool works.
I'm going to let you plug the death pool here in a second, by the way. We are on our way out too, fellas, I promise you.
Him dying, I'm not going to celebrate that. I'm not going to celebrate that. What I am going to celebrate is the fact that we didn't have to deal with more of this bullshit.
So Gary Powers got what he deserved, according to Eric Albert of Rockland County, New York. Now, Powers does get buried in Arlington National Cemetery, and he is buried as an Air Force officer. His last-minute decision here.
Posthumously give him the Silver Star.
Silver Star, Prisoner of War Medal, Distinguished Flying Cross Medal, CIA Star of Valor, CIA Director's Medal for Extreme Fidelity and Courage. His ex-wife won the medal for Extreme Infidelity.
Damn. Nice.
Francis, by the way, you read the story. It's a hard luck story. It also it starts in an era where we're like, oh, that's distant, removed from us. 77 isn't that far away.
No, not at all.
That's
I was
born in
talking about
87.
Roy Scheider. Like,
77 is close.
He won't put Schneider in there at all. He's very adamant that we all correct pronunciation here.
Roy Scheider.
That's you know what it is? It's just Eric's intense
Listen,
Austrian Empire DNA.
You had me on for the compound on Long Island. You had me
one of our best episodes.
You had me on for another thing that was along those lines. Don't paint me as the bigot on your show, please.
You don't have any relatives in Argentina?
We're not going to talk about that.
He doesn't. His girlfriend does.
My girlfriend is my fiance is very Irish. She does not have those people.
Yeah, names can be changed, as we learned from Billy Fisher. But. Real quick, I want to give you guys an opportunity to plug anything here. I love hanging with the boys. I haven't gotten a chance to see you guys in a while. You want to?
He's doing more than me. So
I don't know. New Year's, I'll be up north. I'll be at. I'm performing on New Year's Day. I'll be at the Williams Center on February 2nd. The 30th, I'll be in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Got some other stuff going on.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Monty. You can find me on Instagram.
That's the best one. People like Instagram.
Find me on Instagram, montymason.mm.
Funny ass dude. Go check him out live, folks.
Come on, man. Come see me, baby. Give me some likes.
You want to talk about the death pool? You want to get people to join your death pool? Yes, he runs a death pool.
We could get more people in on the death pool. We're going into our 16th year. I mean, it's 100 people of public note from the U.S. unless they're a head of state. If they die, you get points based on their age of death. So if they're 70, you'd get 30 points. If you're the only person who had them, you get double because we're nice like that. And there's like 40 people in this pool. So, we got to make it kind of appetizing. People that have been in the pool previously get keepers. None of you guys that are hearing this right now, unless you know me, you wouldn't be eligible for keeper status. But keepers are worth double, so there's that as well. I mean, we've been doing this for 16 years. I mean, Rob Reiner just passed. We had somebody who hit with a solo on that one. It'll likely be the solo for the end of the year, which we pay out on. You get a first blood bonus, first solo of the year.
Blood.
Yeah, first solo of the year pays out. Last solo of the year pays out, just so we keep everything going. There's payouts for most bodies. There's payouts for highest point total.
How do they join you?
Well, that's the fun thing. All you got to do is email me. mediocremarvel@gmail.com. And that's mediocremarvel@gmail.com.
And you guys know the deal for me, folks. Number one, I want to say thank you to Dom again, as always. Also, Jorge, you always sitting in as a joy to work with you, pal.
Thank you, fellas.
I think Paco's coming on with us full time now, too, I think, which I'm excited about.
Yeah,
he had to step out because Eric just bothered him too much.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's at KB Burke Sucks over on Instagram, folks. We got a couple of cool things going on. It's too late to plug my shows at Uncle Vinny's, so I'm just going to say thanks for helping me sell out my shows at Uncle Vinny's here the next
job,
2 nights.
KP.
And then also we got something coming up at the Savage Wonder Theater over in Beacon, New York, coming up as well. And then I'm going to be back over the Dojo of Comedy. Mike Romanelli has to give me some dates on that one. And then also, real quick, thank you anybody who came out and saw us over at the Valley Forge Stress Factory, which is inside the King of Prussia, the Valley Forge Casino over there. Brett Ernst.
Oh, no shit.
yeah,
Yeah, he's the man. He's just the man.
He's good people.
I want to
He's
get
at
him
the
on the
dojo,
show here.
too.
He's the shit. Passaic County guy, just like I am. He's obviously from a little bit more of the street smart section of it. I was more suburbs. Brett Ernst had, I can't think of a better way to close this episode than just by saying what Brett Ernst told me. We're talking in between the shows, and Derek, the manager, goes, yeah, KP's girl's way, way out of his league. And he shows her a picture, and
true.
Ernst is like, yeah, it is true. Ernst goes, because I was talking about my bit I have about, how I was able to get Carly. And Ernst looks at the picture, he goes, yo, yeah, dude. He goes, you doing okay on that one, man? And I was like, well, yeah, it's so me, her, and my 2 stepsons. We just moved in. He goes, stepkids, fucking cuck.
Instant family, just that sucker.
Come on.
But Ernst is an absolute real one, man. So that being said, guys, come see me out on the road if you can. More dates and stuff like that coming up over at KP Burke Sucks on Instagram. And that was Gary Francis Powers. I'm sorry, Francis Gary Powers, American Loser.
On the edge they take the throne, built on bones of those unknown.